Arizona at Toledo. What should bettors be looking at, Marco?
This game, Toledo, can they stop Arizona enough in this game? Stop their offense? I say no. And one of the reasons is Toledo runs a quirky defense. It's a 4-2-5 defense.
4-2-5, okay. Wasn't that the defense in All the Right Moves when they were submarining underneath in the mud?
It could be. I could see you liking that movie.
Oh, it was awesome.
But Arizona, they've
Remember they're drinking at Christmas. They're going 5-2 stack monster, 5-2 stack monster. I could go on about that, but you go.
Yeah,
ahead.
that's kind of the town we came from.
That does remind me a lot.
That's the scary part.
It does.
Arizona, I think they're going to be able to run the ball at will in this game. They've got a good offensive line, and they've got some power backs. With this offense, if they crack the front line, they're going to have some big gains in this game, and that's going to be the key to me. I think it's actually going to be a high-scoring game, personally.
Okay, now I actually have my best bet on this game.
I can't wait.
Yes, it's exciting. ESPN Friday night. Here's what I'm thinking. First off, there's been a ton of line move in this game. Opened up, and you made a good point in another video, is the first week of the season or the first week for each team, there's been 6 or 8 weeks of line movement. And there's going to be more extreme line movement over that course of time. For a couple reasons. One, people have had a long time to look at these games. But 2, things happen, suspensions, injuries, etc. This game opened 12.5, is all the way up to 16 right now as of taping. Big move. Most of that money's sharp money. Most of the time, let's be honest, the sharps are betting the dog. When you see such a big move on the favorite, one, it makes you think one of 2 things. Is they really like the favorite or they're looking to buy it back. Now, is this Arizona Toledo, is this a game that's going to be likely that they suspected the line was going to keep moving up? I don't know, because here's what's interesting. Arizona's off a 33-0 shellacking. They got killed in the Holiday Bowl against Nebraska. Now, that was a total embarrassment. With Mike Stoops as the coach, the Stoops brothers are very emotional coaches. It's about pride a lot with these guys. This team's going to be really fired up. But back for a minute with the Wise guys, and I'm kind of hinting at my pick right now, and it's a rare pick for me because I rarely play a big favorite after there's been a line move. But I really think it's almost the perfect situation. I think the Wise guys really like this game. I don't think they probably thought there was going to be a ton on an Arizona team that looked really bad last year. Now, again, who knows? When it comes to Wise guy stuff, we're only guessing. So one is that move tells me the Wise guys really like this. Number 2, this Arizona team was fanatical in preparation leading up to this game after that 33-0 shellacking. But in addition, this is Stoops' 7th year. And I was reading some of the blogs, the local blogs in Arizona, preparing for this. And they're talking about, we hope Stoops puts up 70. The expectations in this game, the expectations are so high that I think the emotions, we talked about this in the Notre Dame podcast, I think the emotions are going to be so high that this is really going to be a good performance by Arizona. I think it's going to be a statement game. And I don't see anything that makes me like Toledo. So I guess the question is, so this is going to be my best bet. It's going to be my best bet for the week. And it's going to be it's going to be Arizona. I'm projecting 44-20 Arizona. So quickly, can you make any case the other way against?
The only case that you can make with a team like Toledo in a game like this is they've got nothing to lose. And a lot of these, MAC ball clubs early in the season have put up some fights. Pitt's played some MAC teams opening week the last few years and had some struggles. It's a thing. They can make trick plays. They have nothing to lose, and it's a Friday night crowd.
But if nothing to lose, here's the thing. If nothing to lose, now you're going to say something I agree with, but let's talk about with nothing to lose. If that was the best way to play, every team would play that way. So I agree. If you were saying, can Toledo upset? Yeah, playing a nothing to lose game plan increases the variance. It's like shooting a bunch of threes. If Princeton's playing Georgetown circa 85, I'm making a lot of old references here. If all they do is shoot threes, they might win more often than they would play in a normal game, but they're going to get blown out more often too. It's going to be a high variance game. If Toledo plays high variance, doesn't that play into Arizona's hands to cover the 16?
You're absolutely right. That style can go both ways, but
it's going to go both ways against you more than for you. If not, that would be the standard style.
Right. The situations where I think that it becomes a better gamble, and you've talked about this, and I remember the game last year. I think it was New England against it might have been the Colts. Whenever
the fourth down.
The fourth down. Right. You've got situations where 4th and 2 automatically you punt. I mean, that's what the book says. A team like Toledo could gamble a few times in a game if they're overpowered, because it's the only way to have a chance. And sometimes that 4th and 2 is a better gamble.
Yeah, but I guess my point is this. If gambling, there's two issues. Is it the better? The old book doesn't matter. That book has yellow pages in it. That doesn't matter. The question is, analytically, is it a better play? Is it a better gamble or not? If Toledo gambles more than optimum, that's going to hurt their expectation to win or to stay within 16 points. But you were going to make the final point about ESPN game.
It's an ESPN game on Friday night. First game of the season. The crowd will be loud, excited.
What kind of crowd's Toledo? What's that stadium hold?
It's still, but I mean, how many times have you seen? I don't know how many it holds. It's small, but the smaller stadium sounds louder when they're right on top of you, closed in. It's a situation that I'm not making a case for Toledo. You asked me, is there anything I could say for them?
You make a good point.
But I will say, in handicapping the game, I have Arizona hitting in the 40s. So that's where you're at. If I was playing the game, I would lean towards the over in the game. And I do think that Toledo will have a problem stopping the Arizona offense.
I'm sticking with my best bet.
Go for it.
Now it's your turn. You can continue the conversation in the comments section, and Marco and I will actually be involved in the conversation. Next up, we're going to do a how to handicap and talking about early season college football handicapping.